Get sheltzed today.
Good evening. Peace. So this Yamaha bass came in, and actually I've already pretty much taken care of it. I cleaned up the frets. You had a lot of fret divots here and kind of dirty. So I cleaned up the fretboard. I took care of a few of the divots there and polished all the frets. Adjusted the truss rod to get the action set between 12 and 14 thousandths of an inch at the 7th fret. I set the string height at 6/64. Specs call for 6 to 7. I set it at 6. I like them low. Hope he does too. So he should be pretty happy. It's playing good. Adjusted the bridge saddles here to get the height straight. The E string here had some frozen adjustment screws. Was able to work past that. So next up, 92 Fender Stratocaster Plus. Very nice guitar. We'll be doing a setup on that one also. I'll let you see that one. Until then, I'll be right back. Peace out.
Right. Just as I promised, we're back. This is the 92 Fender USA. It is a Strat Plus. It's a Fender lace sensor. This is going to get a really good cleaning. Special nut. Some people love those, some people hate them. I hate them. But they work. When they're working, they work. Very nice guitar. So we're gonna make it play good. This has got a lot of deep divots in it. They could be leveled, but they would be very small, and that might make your nut too high. You can't cut that down. You can raise it, but you can't lower it. I'll talk to the owner and see if I can get him to go in for a fret job. I'll give him a little discount, help him out. Because this is a nice guitar that I hate to see beat up like this. It needs a good cleaning. It's gonna get one, it's gonna get a nice setup. All right. I guess first we will check the specs. String height at the 17th fret, 4/64. Let's get a little light on subject. My second pair of eyes here. Nice big ass magnifying glass. Oh, wrong side. And right now it's at 6. This one's at 5, 5, 5, 6, 4. Ha! 1 out of 6 at the right level. So that needs straightening out. It doesn't look like it's intonated. These are rarely straight across. They're not exactly straight across, close. So we'll get the strings off this and give it a real good cleaning first.
This has the locking tuners. So you just unlock that, pull it out. Unlock. Yeah, these make life a lot easier if you're changing a string. Stick it in, cut it off, tighten down the lock, and tune it. Yep, little soap and water, and a scrub brush. And believe me, it needs it. I hear people say, oh, water. Not gonna hurt nothing. I'm not giving it a bath. Not gonna let it soak there. Just gonna scrub the board a couple times over. I'll wipe it off. And maple board has a finish. And even if it didn't, even if it was a rosewood, wouldn't hurt it one bit. Whew. That's some old DNA there. Time for me to bring out some new rags. There's this. Definitely rough. Got a nasty chip and bang right there. Took a hit. Maybe I'll fix that up. I think you'd probably appreciate it. Yeah, closer inspection, the divots in the fretboard they're really kind of deep. I'll give him a call, see what he says. Alrighty, so I took the neck off the strap. Because it really needs some fret work. I'm hoping he will change his mind and allow me to do some fret work on it, because it really seriously needs it. But also these screws on this thing for the pick guard are so rusted and corroded. Really bad. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but one here I couldn't get out at all. Took a picture of it before I drilled it. And I'll grab that with a pair of vice nips and turn it out like so and get that thing out. Yeah, we'll try just a little pair here, see if that'll get it. If not, I got bigger. I don't think that's going to do it.
this microfiber cloth to keep it up off the finish. Got plenty of scratches from gigging. Some war wounds. I don't want to give it any more. And I'm going to put some nice stainless steel screws in here. One of those things that I'll toss in on the house. Let me get my dirty rag. That is a little dish soap, a little water. Will remove years and years of sin. I'm going to end up pulling this tremolo off there and cleaning it because it is full of grime down in between those saddles. All right, let's have a look here at the wiring for a Strat Plus. These are lace sensor pickups. They are marked Fender lace, and very nice. I have a set of these myself. They don't say Fender on them though, but they're the lace sensors, same ones. This 5-way switch here has seen a lot of corrosion, so I'm gonna put a little electronic spray in there. I have two types. I have this type, which has cleaner and a lubricant. That's what I'm going to use, because that 5-way switch needs to be lubed. Now, there's a little in there. Oh, there we go. My toothbrush out. Well, it's not a toothbrush these days, is it? Yeah, starting to get some nice corrosion in here, so it's a good time that somebody opened it up and cleaned it. Very well shielded. Has shielding paint inside the cavity. I'm assuming that's shielding paint, not just black paint. I could always throw a little copper in there just to, if it is. I think it's shielding paint, but wouldn't hurt to throw a little copper on the bottom there. Now, that is really rough. If I put in copper there, I'd have to flatten it out first. They didn't take any time to make the inside of it nice, that's for sure. I like cleaning all this stuff up, you know, because it's had years of being together and stuff goes in through the jack, in between the cracks, you know, between the pickups and the pick guard. Stuff finds its way in there, you know. All these wires are all dusty, and you wonder, how's all that dust get in there? But it finds its way. A guy like me, he comes along and cleans it all up. And it'll live another 20 so years before somebody else gets in there and cleans it up. Sorry about my head in the movie. Alright, I just wanted to get a look at that. The original lace sensors, CRL 5-way, CTS pots. By the way, that's what I use in all my custom builds. CTS pots, CRL 5-ways. Switchcraft jacks, all made in America.
top quality stuff. They just don't fail, you know. They last for years and years and years. Everything fails, you know, don't get me wrong, but manufacturers that I just listed off to you, their stuff just outperforms everything as far as I'm concerned. I'll occasionally try some Bournes or Emerson, but I always come back to CTS. Because it's just too good. Yeah, down in behind those saddles, there's a bunch of crud. Whew. Yeah, look at that. I don't know, can you see that? That is like nasty. Won't be nasty for long. I should pull these strings out of here. But he didn't ask for new strings. I can't afford to give them away. Yeah, I'm gonna just pull all these out of the way so I can get in there and clean everything up. Wow. All right, I'll be back. I'm sure you don't want to see all this. Okay, so I took all the bits and pieces off from the bridge, and doing so is going to save this guitar's life. The screws are major corrosion on these things. Yeah, don't think you can see it, but major corrosion. So what I'm doing, taking each screw, give it a little shot of penetrating oil, a little wire brush. I think you can see there. Scrub the head off because it's full of rust. And then I do the threads on the screw. The springs are shot out. They've been smushed and cut. So I have new spring. That I am cutting for each one. These also are full of crud. See if I can get a light. You see that? I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can't even tell there's threads there. You will be able to. I'll clean it up. See how brown my fingers are? A lot of rust on two little screws. I'm hoping they're not froze inside the saddle. That will make getting them loose all the more difficult. And it's important that those are free because I can't adjust the string height unless they are. Looks pretty good. I should have ran that string through the saddle first. But it's okay. I'll run it through now. Fourth string. Okay, well that's what I'm doing. And I'll bring you back as soon as the neck's on and you can see it together. Okay, we're back. And it's all strung up. Everything's lubricated. And I adjusted the action. I need to adjust the string height. And there becomes the issue. An issue because all the little adjusting screws are full of crud and rust. This is why it's important to do preventive maintenance. So what I'm doing here is taking a G string because it's kind of stiff but small, and put it in the little hole there and ream it around. Try to get out the crud. I sprayed a little lubricant in there. And it looks like I'm going to have that same problem on most of them, if not all. Right now I checked the 6th string, and it's sitting at 6/64ths, and spec says it should be sitting at 4/64ths. So these need to move. We'll see what we can do. You know, it's got years of palm sweat, and then the rust started happening on these, and they weren't well maintained, which is often the case, you know, not unusual. This is a diamond needle file. And this doesn't clean it out good enough. The string sure didn't. If that don't get it, then we'll have to find a different approach. And so shall we. Well, in the meantime, let's check the rest of the strings and see what they're sitting at. That's at about 6. This one's at about 5, so not too high, too awfully high. This one's at about 5.5. That's a 6. 6. 6. So they all need to drop. So I'll bring you back as soon as I figure out what I'm going to do there. Alrighty. So everything's set up. Just placed it in tune. Dust this one off and move on to the next one. I think what I'm going to do is address this finish. That big old chip right on the horn. Looks terrible. All set up. Ready to go. I'll address that finish tomorrow. And this blue Fender Strat with the Floyd Rose is back. The owner sent it to a body shop to get a clear coat and a fresh paint job, and they sure did a number. I won't say what number, but they weren't too nice to the guy. While you weren't looking, I went ahead and shielded it. It had some aluminum foil, some stuff you use in your kitchen, glued on there, and some of it peeling all up, and parts of it missing, and basically would crumble in your hands. The guy that sprayed this body with some clear, he sprayed right over that stuff. Didn't bother to take it out. I'm getting out one of the studs that go to the Floyd Rose. See, he left that in there and painted it. So I'll be the good luthier, and I'll clean that paint off there so it's chrome like the other one that he took out. Crazy people. Well, we have this pick guard, and I need to put some copper on this. So that'll be next. Then we'll get it together. That'll be another show. You had a double feature, that's cool. All right, peace out. Be cool, guys. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm Trying hard to get better at this stuff, but I'm not much of a video guy. But hey, stay tuned. Next, we'll be working on this 63 Gibson Special. All right, it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.